very good afternoon, good morning, and good evening for wherever you are. Uncle Charlie here. Morning Moves is at play. And today of all this, I want to speak to you about how to apply for a business loan. Having opened a bank account, operated it for a few times, I'm sure you'll get to a time that you need business loans. As a business, sometimes you get credit from your suppliers. Your suppliers will give you 60-day credit, 30-day credit, 14 days credit. But it got to a time that you need the bridge finance from your bank. One of the things that you must always don't you shouldn't lose sight of is one, what is the purpose of that loan? Because sometimes you don't need a loan. Maybe you need an overdraft facility because occasionally you have some blips in your business. So you need support. So you must understand the purpose and the type of loan that you want. Sometimes you need trade finance, a 90-day trade finance, a 60-day. So you must understand what you want. One of the things that most SME would experience in the last, God knows, 20 to 30 years that I've seen and worked with customers is that they don't even know the type of loan they want. They just had a conversation with a friend, and the friend tells them about this particular bank that does well for SMEs, and therefore one of their church members is there. So boom, he goes to them. No, don't make a mistake. So the purpose of your loan is very important. Then you need to check the eligibility because some of the banks will say, work with me for 6 months. When they say work with me for 6 months, it doesn't mean that put money there, withdraw, put money there, withdraw. And then you apply for that, I've worked for you 6 months. Unya, you get. Work with them means that do the transactions with them. Sometimes people collect the physical cash, pay their suppliers, and the small balance left with, they will take it to the bank to go and deposit there. And then after 6 months, they will think, no, you have to work with them. You are working with them means that all the monies that you collected today, take it to the bank, the FACO bank, put it there. All your customers, all your suppliers that you have to pay, from ECG to the guy who supplied you roofing sheet if you sell, to cement if you sell, write them check. Let them go to the bank. So at the end of the day, the bank will look at the turnover, in and out, how you are turning over. And that alone will give them level of comfort. And therefore, when you apply for the loan, they will easily give you the loan. Don't worry about collateral security. Because I tell people every day, the bank is not in the business for selling your properties. No. Some people even tell me that, look, boss, I have this building here in Media. I have this building in Kaswa. And I have it ready. I want to go and take a bank loan. And they say they don't give it. My sister, my brother, the bank is not giving you loan because of collateral. They give you loan because of the transaction, the business. So explain the business that you are doing, the comfort you have, okay, in that business. Explain it properly. 1 year loan to be paid quarterly. And you've done your analysis, your cash flow, which means that when you give me this money, if I don't give me, go and buy what I'm going to do. Let them supply me. And then I'll pay you on quarterly basis. Be very calculative and say, I'm going to pay you on quarterly basis. Then have something I call what if. So you expect your customers to pay you, but they're delaying. So you need to prompt the bank where you borrowed from and that say to them that, listen, my customer failed me, but he's promised next week. Prompt them, because as for the bank, he's sitting there, you came for the loan, he's waiting for you to repay. Then you are going to give them excuse. Mind you, the bank's money they granted you, it's an OPM, other people's money. That's what the bank granted you. So the more you delay in paying them, when the guy comes to the bank to come and withdraw, They'll tell them, no, there's no money because you haven't gone to pay. So you prompt them. You call your account manager. You call the relationship manager. That's why last time when I was teaching how to open a bank account, you find the people that you can do relationship with. Don't rush to some accountant somewhere, bookkeeper somewhere that they said I should bring some accounts. Look, the banks, the boys and girls, they're smart too. You go and see somebody who does the profit and loss account or income statement, as they call it, and some balance sheet that doesn't link, and then they stamp it for you, they take it to the bank for the loan. They would look at the figures when they see your sales in the accounts and look at the bank transactions that you've done with them. It will not match. Because where it is that you put in financial statement turnover and you put a figure like 100,000 cedis, which means that your sales is 100,000 cedis. They will check that with how much is outstanding, which you call debtors. They will subtract it from it, and it gives them a net of, let's say, 90,000, which means that ideally 90,000 cash in terms of customer had come into your hands. This is where they look at your turnover, the monies you've been depositing. And it tells her that if you only deposited 7,800, don't give it a loan. They will not. Your own papers shows that some of the monies are being deposited elsewhere or they are being kept by you. So that's why I encourage you that put everything in the bank. So when you look at it, it's easy. Then they are very comfortable. So do your cash flow, projected ones. If you have done business in the last 6 months, do your actual position. Let your accountant or some accountant do it for you. Give him all the information. Don't tell the accountant that, don't worry, put something together because I know the bank manager, he's my church member. They will give it to me. Don't do that. Give him the actuals. Because banks have bird's eye view of the industry, of every industry. They have a lot of customers. So they understand it better than you. Yours is one-sided. What you may have is the process. So you may have process differential. Maybe the way you do things is different. But the industry, they understand it. So gather your paperwork nicely and have your business registration, which they may have as part of the account opening. And of course, they will know your TIN number because when you open an account, they will know it. And then do a small business plan, what you are going to use the money for. Meet the credit officer initially. Show him what you've prepared or her what you've prepared. Let them go through and give you some pointers in it, help you to correct it before you officially submit it to the bank. And then ask them how long would it take to get a feedback. And I'll take my time explaining this point. Feedback, the credit officer who you met, because it's other people's money, he has to submit a report. They call a credit report to credit committee. Go and defend you on your behalf. The credit committee look at it and they say they are very comfortable. Then it will go to the next level. Before they approve it, don't put pressure. So don't wait last minute before you go for the loan. If you require a loan in, let's say, September, maybe by June, start the processes so that by August, mid-August, they would have approved for you and then you go and hit it with them. Then once the loan is approved, they will give you nice paper, offer letter. The offer letter, when they give you, please, as an SME, give it to an old friend of yours who understands it to read it. Because the conditions sometimes they put in there is tough conditions. But if you don't read it, you have a time that they will come and then they will call in the facility when the goods have just arrived. You get it? So when they give you the offer letter to sign, don't sign at the bank. Some people are in a hurry. So you say sign here, then you sign. Please bring the paper home. If you can, give me a call and I'll read it for you and I explain it to you. Once the funds have released, you are good to go. Till I come your way again, borrow wisely, use the money wisely, repay wisely, and you have growth in your business. This is Uncle Charlie for Money Moves. See ya.